Well, good evening, everyone. This is Melissa, the Stamp Doc, and tonight we are going to be doing the Sending Cheer card class. So I've got 5 projects to share with you, and let me know when you get online, or if you're watching the replay, give me a comment below and let me know that you're watching that. And I'm going to go ahead and get started, so just jump on when you get a chance. The other day I was talking to someone that was a demonstrator probably 10 or more years ago, and I gave her a catalog to look at, and she's like, so much has changed. I just don't even really know where to start or what's going on with things. So I thought I'd give a little bit of a refresher with looking at the catalog, and then as we're stamping tonight, I'll show you some other things that have kind of changed over the last 10 years. But when you look at the catalog, we're going to be using this stamp and die set tonight. It's called Sending Cheer, and this is your stamp set here. Your dies are pictured very small down here below. Now, some of the dies will fit the stamps, and when they fit the stamps, it's going to have a little bit of a highlighted area behind it. So you can see that best with the gift here, but you can also see it behind the present and all of these other little pieces. So that's how you can tell what the dies fit. But a lot of times there are other dies in this set that might not even go with the stamp. So for instance, with tonight's, we're going to be doing a Santa hat. So the Santa hat isn't pictured in the stamps at all, but there is a die for that. So again, a lot of times your dies include more than what you're just seeing in the stamp set. When you see a stamp set and die set that coordinate, the first catalog that they appear in, if you buy those together, you get a 10% discount by bundling those. So this is your bundled price. You can buy them separately, so you can buy the dies for $35 and you can buy the stamps for $34. But if you buy them together, it'll be $53. Now, if this stamp set does make it into another catalog, they will sell these separately and there won't be a discount. So that's important to know. The other thing that we were talking about was the way that the stamps come. And the stamps now come in the cling or photopolymer. So it'll say down below, photopolymer or cling. The ones we're using tonight are photopolymer, which means they are clear. So I'm going to just grab one out here. So it's clear, just like this. You can see right through it. It really does make it easy to stamp with. And personally, I prefer these now over the cling. The cling is just like the red rubber that we used to use, except there's no block for it. So you will need a clear block, and some blocks I use a little more than others. But if you want to know which blocks go with the set that you're looking to purchase, it actually tells you, gives you a suggestion of which sizes to use. I tend to use A, B, C, and D the most. And on this particular set, it says you need A, B, D, and E. So really, you can look at that and decide which ones that you want to purchase. So a lot of your information is down here below and on the page. You just need to know how to find it. With the cards we're making tonight, we are also using the Merry, Bold, and Bright Designer Series paper. And if you look at the bottom, it tells you what the coordinating colors are. So we are using all of these colors tonight. In fact, these are the main colors that we're using tonight in our project. So anytime I'm designing projects off of Designer Series paper, it looks like I've got an extra piece here. You can tell I've been using it a lot. But anytime I'm doing a project and designing that, I'm trying to use those colors that I see there below. So just keep that in mind. But love this bright paper. So the very first project I have for you tonight is not actually part of the class. It is a pop-up gift card holder. And it pops up like this. And it has room for your gift card inside. Let's see if I can pull that out. There you go. I don't want you to get the number off of there. All right. That slides in and it just stands up like this. Hopefully you can see that pretty well. And it folds flat. So you can make a bunch of these for the holidays, and they'd be really cute for birthdays too. All right, so I'm going to show you how this one was done. The reason why I'm showing you this one first, and it's not a part of the actual class, is because this is a free PDF tutorial on my blog during the month of November. All you have to do to get this tutorial is subscribe to my email newsletters. So if you visit my blog, there's a little pop-up that will show you this project. You just put in your email address and you are subscribed. So every month I do try to give a different PDF tutorial. Sometimes it's a full class and sometimes it's just a stepped up project like this one. So make sure you subscribe, and then if you continue to subscribe, you'll continue to receive those PDF tutorials. So I do want to show you how to make this one though. Even though I wrote out the directions, this is one that's really good to visually see. So we are going to start with Poppy Parade cardstock. And I'm going to go ahead and put a piece of Whisper White cardstock. Let's see, let me get my little glue booger off of there. And we're just going to put some of our multi-purpose glue there on the back. I've got my nice little glue holder there. Looks like I got a little piece there. And I'm just going to put that on the front of the card. So that is my first step. And then I have this little piece that says fa la 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 la. I'm going to go ahead and put it on the front also. And it goes right here along the side. And I just leave a little bit of a border around that. And then I have die cut a circle with the Stylish Shapes dies. And I use this particular die set all the time because it's got circles and banners and all sorts of cute stuff. So we're just going to put that right there. And then we're going to go and do the center of the card because that's where the real meat potatoes are. So I've got 2 pieces of designer series paper, and I'm just going to put my adhesive all over the back there again. And we're going to put one at the top. Again, we're going to leave just a little bit of a border. Those don't go edge to edge. But we're going to do that. And this paper is so much fun. If you end up having a lot of it left over, you're definitely going to be able to use it for other projects. There we go. So I've got both of those on there. And again, all the measurements are in that PDF tutorial, so I'm not going to repeat all of those right now. If you want that, like I said, it is free, no obligation, and you can get that. All right, so I've got 2 pieces of paper right here, and they're folded up. They've already been cut and scored. And I'm going to use my Take Your Pick tool, hopefully, to get my tear and tape adhesive off. So I have a little diagram in the PDF tutorial that shows you like how to cut and score this and where to put your adhesive strips. So all of that's included. And these are really sticky, so you always want to make sure that you get them stuck right the very first time. Okay, let me see if I can get that one. Come on. This is probably the #1 thing I hate to demonstrate because I'm always bad. If anybody has a great tip for this, let me know. All right, let's get that up. Maybe I'll just do it with my finger. Looks like that's the better plan. Okay. So my little trick for this, we're going to fold this in half. Okay, so our opening is this way, and our adhesive is on both sides here. And we are going to put that right at the crease here. So we want to line it up on each side, put it at the crease, and we're going to close that up. And that way it's going to stick. And when you open it back up, you get this. Okay, Now we've got to have a place for our gift card. And I didn't realize this. Maybe you guys all realized it, but we have gift card holder or gift card envelopes. And these are sold in a pack of 20. So you can do all sorts of fun things with these. I'm going to go ahead and just go ahead and put the little, what would you call that, flap inside there. And I need, let's see if I have the little to from somewhere. I'm going to stamp that later. So, all right, I'm going to go ahead and put a little bit of the adhesive just here along the bottom because I just need it to hold in place. So we're going to just put it right up against that. Okay, and then we're going to peel off the backing on this, and we're basically repeating what we did before, except instead of lining it up with the crease, we're going to line it up with that other little cube. So this is really easy for a pop-up card. Except for the adhesive part. All right, so I'm going to fold that in half again. I've got my little thing in place. And again, he's going to get held in place more with this than anything else. So I'm going to line it up right there. And I'm going to close that, give it a little push, and there we go. We have our little, almost like a little stage for our gift card envelope. Now on my sample, I did go ahead and stamp it with to and from. You can definitely do that. I think I have all my blocks in use tonight, so I didn't do that this time. But I did embellish with some of the little presents, so I am going to go ahead and put one of these on there. And I think what I'll do on this one is maybe just, well, I'm going to put it in the same place. I'm going to put it right there. I want it just to be right in front of that. So I'm going to close that up. And then I've got two more here. I'm going to put that over here. We're going to put one gift up here. And these are part of the die cuts. And I just did them with Poppy Parade and Lemon Lime Twist cardstock. And then I got to find a little piece of white. And in Poppy Parade, I'm going to stamp Sending Cheer. So again, this is one of those blocks that you use. I'm just going to stamp that right there. And then I want to fussy cut this out. And I'm just going to show you how I do that. But when I fussy cut words, and especially this one's really an easy one to show, you just really want to get close on all of it. And then you want to kind of round your edges. So again, I'm just rounding that. And rounding that one. Okay. So I've got my Sending Cheer, and I'm just going to put that there with the dimensional. And put it right beside there. Okay. And there is our finished card. So again, really easy. The tutorial's free. Make sure you go grab that from my blog. You're not going to want to miss that. And just opens. Stick your little gift card in there and you are good. But this would be really cute to do for birthdays or any type of event. So I hope you'll give that one a try. All right. So let's get into our actual card class. So I'm got to grab, got to reach over here to get my cards. All right. So I put in the description how you can get this card class. So of course it's free to watch online. There's no charge for this. I do need to clean my little stamp, so while I'm talking, I'll clean my stamp here. You can get this class for free which means I will send you the cardstock to make each one of these cards. You'll also get the little embellishments and some of the die cuts as well, but mostly you will need the stamp set and the ink to complete the cards if you want to do them just like mine. Or you could, you know, mix it up with something that you've already got or something similar. That's fine as well too. But the way you do that, there is a host code in the description. If you spend $40 or more in my online store using that host code, you are going to get this card kit for free in the mail. So I will send that to you at no charge. If you want just the cards and you don't want to place an order, or you're already working with another demonstrator, you can get the card kit sent to you for $25. And I also do sell just the tutorial by itself. So all of those options will be available on my blog on November 2nd, and those will be while supplies last. But this is what you can expect when you order that. You will get all these little materials, and everything is pre-cut and scored for you. All you have to do is put it all together. So one of the things that goes along with sending cheer is the Christmas Tidings embossing folder. And I've already embossed this for you, but it's super cute. It's got lots of little Christmas things. It's even got the little gingerbread on there, little trees, presents. It's very cute. And really, it would go with any type of Christmas cards that you're making. So we're going to put this on the front. And usually when I do an embossed piece, I do like to use the glue instead, because I find that it adheres it better, kind of gets into all those nooks and crannies and sticks down a little better. So we're going to put that on the front, leaving just a little border around the whole thing. Okay, and then I'm going to open it up, and I always give you an extra white piece just to put on the inside. And all of these pieces come in their own envelope so that, you know, when you open it up, you're going to know exactly what you're doing. We're just going to put that right in there. That way you can write whatever type of greeting you want to go there. Okay. And then we're going to take our designer series paper. And my tutorial has all the measurements for you, all the supplies, everything you need to make the cards. So if that's something that you like, if you want just that tutorial and you're like, I've got the stamp set, I've got everything I need, just need to know how to put those together, that's definitely an option for you. I have a lot of people that just buy those tutorials. All right, we're going to put that right there. Okay, and then the little tag and the little Santa hat and all these little pieces, all of these are in those die cuts. So I'm going to stamp Ho 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 all over the bottom. Now, if you're hearing little pitter patters, those are my puppies. And I call them puppies, but they're not all puppies. I do have one puppy, though. We have a new one that's just about a year old. She's a rescue, and I think she's calmed down right now, but my older one is pacing because she's not feeling good with the weather change. She just turned 14, so I'm not sure how much longer she'll be with us, but she's the little Yorkie that's in a lot of my pictures on my blog, if you've seen those before. So I'm just going to put a few dimensionals on this and kind of put it at an angle. And then, like I said, this is all die cuts. And the Santa hat, like I said, is not even in the stamp, so it's kind of a bonus that you get. I'll peel those dimensionals off. Now, if you're going to mail a bunch of these cards, you could definitely do it without the dimensionals, but I always think the more dimensionals, the better. Okay. And there is our finished card. So that is card number 1. I'm going to set that aside and we'll go to our next one. All right. That's not the one I want. I want the one that takes all the ink pads. Let's get that. This is a big stack of goodies here. Okay. So this is the one we're making here. Here's all of my supplies. I should have a little thing there. And again, just a really simple little card. Now, I found that doing these gifts, and this is one of the few stamp sets that this has worked with, that it works better to die cut it first. You're just gonna have to trust me on this. And we're gonna have to hope and keep our fingers crossed that this actually works. So I've got a couple of pieces of white here for that. So I'm gonna put my white piece here. I'm gonna put my die on the platform. So the little one is a little easier to use. This is the smaller, the mini Stampin' Cut and Emboss. And also in the catalog, you'll notice that it'll tell you with the dies if the dies will fit the mini. If it doesn't say, it won't fit the mini. All of them fit in the big machine. But you want to sandwich that between the two plates. We're going to crank that through. I'm going to need 2 of these. So I'm going to do another one here. But yeah, I think with this particular die set, I think you can get away with using the mini on all of them. And I do like to use my mini. It's definitely the one that I will travel with and do things with. All right, so I'm going to get that off of there. Put my die back. Let me get this out of the way. All right. So this is one of our foam pads, and sometimes with the photopolymer stamps, you're going to want a little extra padding there just so that you get a good stamp impression. Now, again, with this one, I did find that I stamped a little bit differently than I normally do. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the little bow part first. So I'm using Melon Mambo ink. Just ink that up. And it's just easier for me to see where that goes this way. So let's hope I can do it just right. Okay, so that was pretty good. Not bad. All right, I need to clean that because I've got to change it over to Shaded Spruce. But with a lot of trial and error, I figured that it was much easier to do this way first and then do it rather than stamp it and then die cut it. Most of the time it's the other way around. Oh, wrong color. Let me grab Shaded Spruce. So again, these are colors that are in that paper. Let's get that inked up good. There we go. All right. And we'll stamp that down. That one turned out a lot better, much better than the other one, but you get the idea. All right, then I can go in and I can do the other part of the gift. So again, I just, a lot of trial and error here. It just worked better doing it this way. There we go. That was Crushed Curry. Again, one of the colors from that. And we need to clean that so that we can put it in another color. Let me grab our... And what I'm using to clean with tonight is the Stampin' Chamois. And if you don't have one of these chamois, they are really great for cleaning your stamps very quickly and get you going again really fast. So we're going to get our other gift. This is Granny Apple Green to give us that tone on tone. And we will line that up. gift. I think that one turned out better than our first one. And then the other thing on this one that we need to stamp is the no peeking on our little white circle. There we go, just like so. And that one's all done. Okay, so now we're ready to put together our card. We've got our gifts and our no peeking. I'll put my little pad back there. So we're going to start with the white on the inside. We're going to layer our designer series paper onto our Melon Mambo. And again, if you wanted this to be a little more festive, you could certainly use the little light side instead. There we go. And we'll just put more there. And I'm going to put this one behind this time because it didn't turn out as pretty. So I'm just going to put it flat with glue. And then I've got some dimensionals for the other one and for our no peeking. So get those on there. There we go. And this would be a cute way to do that gift card holder if you wanted to change that up a little bit. If you wanted to do the stamp presents instead of the die cut ones. So I'm just going to put this right here. And our second card is all done. All right. Okay, on to our third one. And I think this one is my favorite. Quite a bit of stamping to do here, so let me grab everything out of here. So again, this is what you'll receive in your kit. So you'll get paper to stamp your little gingerbread men, and you will need to have those. And then we've got your greeting here and little heart. All right. So this one's a little bit different because I did the designer series paper at an angle. So you're going to want to do this part first. So go ahead and put your adhesive all over that piece. And I have, let's see, I have my little silicone sheet. This is a great little thing to use when you're doing some sticky stuff. And we're just going to put this down on here and give it a chance to dry while we stamp our little gingerbread men. I'm going to go ahead and put the white piece in the front first too, though. Let's get that done also. We've got 2 gingerbread men to stamp, and we've got to die cut them. So we're going to put our white piece on the inside. I'll set that aside as well. And then I've got my 2 pieces of white paper. And I am using pecan pie for the gingerbread man image. And I may be able to get 2 on one sheet. We'll see. So I'm going to hold this for just a second so that that ink kind of really gets into the paper and gives me a pretty good crisp image. See how pretty that looks? And then we're going to do that again. Let's see if I can get him on there. Again, that's my dog. She likes to slip and slide everywhere. Okay. But yeah, if you're finding that you're getting blotchiness on your stamps, just hold it down on the paper for a moment, and that lets that ink really soak in. All right, then we're going to stamp their faces in black memento. There is a cute little face here. See how he just comes to life with that? It's adorable. All right, and then the other thing we have is the sending cheer, which we used on the very first card. And we're going to stamp that. I'm going to put it over towards this side because we're going to add a little heart to it also. All right. So we didn't need our extra piece there, which is great. But we do need to do some die cutting. So I'm going to set these aside. And we're going to bring our Stamp and Cut and Emboss machine back over. Or shall I say our mini Stamp and Cut and Emboss machine. And I always look for whichever plate is the flattest, because that's going to hold it down the best. And let's grab our gingerbread man die. And we'll just get him right on there. Like so. We're going to put the sandwich on top there. And just hold that top down so that it doesn't wiggle a whole lot. Now, these are actually, that sending cheer set is actually meant to be like little tags. So you'll see he's got a little loop on his head. We're just going to go ahead and clip that off because we don't want him to be a tag. So don't be afraid to give him a little snip if you need to. All right, we're going to line him up. All right. I think I almost got him there. Oh, shoot. I keep knocking him a little bit. All right. Got him on there. And we'll take him through the machine. All right. Good deal. We'll take that one off. And we need to cut his little head off too. Not his head, but his little whirligigger. All right. And we're probably ready for this one. So now that this has dried, I'm going to just turn it over and I'm going to snip off the excess. So again, you want to cut it just your designer paper a little longer than what your card is so that you can have that little bit of overhang, and then that way you can just cut that off. All right, so we'll bring our card over here. We're going to put this on first. And I do have one more card class coming this month for Christmas cards. And it's a little, it's not quite as bright as this one. It's a little more subdued. All right, so I'm going to put dimensionals on one of these guys, and the other one's going to be flat on there. So here we go. We're going to put him here, and his little buddy's going to go right next to him. I just think the little gingerbread men are super cute. I was really excited when I saw them. I put that there. And then I just put a dimensional on this side, and on this side I'm going to put just a tiny dab of blue so that it'll stick to him. And I actually did it this way because I messed up. I know, it's hard to believe that I messed up something with stamping, but I did. And that's why that happened. I actually, on my sample card, I messed up his hearts on there. And so I had to do something a little different. So here is your completed card. Aren't those cute? All right. And we're almost done. So we've got one more card to do. I'll get that over here. And here is that one, so you can see. I'm going to put it up so I can see what I'm doing. And then here's all of our pieces. And we do have some stamping to do on this one. So we're going to stamp the stocking, and we're stamping the leaves and the holly. So the stocking and the holly are in Poppy Parade. When Poppy Parade first came out, I was like, ooh, that's kind of an ugly red, but now it's kind of grown on me. And it's on so much of our stuff right now. So again, I'm holding that down to make sure I get a really good impression on that. And look, it turned out really good. And then I'm going to do my little holly, or my little berries for my holly. And then I need the Granny Apple Green that we used before. I'm going to grab it. And we're going to stamp these little leaves. Let's see if I can get that inked up a little bit more. There we go. Maybe time to re-ink that one. Okay. All right. And then one more stamping is the For You, and there is a little label for that. Let me grab that right there. And again, I will have that pre-cut for you if you order a card kit. Let me get right up over that. So we want our For You there. Perfect. All right. So a little die cutting again. And we're going to do these 3. So you can do more than one at a time. So we're going to line those up. So let's get our stocking first. And the stocking actually cuts a little more than just that base. So it does do the top part too. And then we have our holly. So we'll put that on there. That looks pretty good. And the little berries. Let's see. Okay. I'll get that straight. We're going to put our plate over that. And we're going to start pushing those through. All right. Oh, those popped out perfect. That doesn't happen too often. Just scrape those off. And let's grab our little silicone mat again, because we're going to glue all these little pieces together, and there's a lot of little pieces here. So this is one of the reasons why I do like the Take Your Pick tool. And because we have so many little pieces, I'm just going to put a dab of glue right here, because we've got these little pieces that go on the actual stocking. Now, I think my first stocking I did wrong, but I'm not sure if the bigger piece here goes on the toe or the heel. This time I'm going to put it on the toe. I think it fits better that way. And then we have, see how this piece is teeny tiny? It's just easier to kind of dip it in the glue while holding it on there. And then I can just position that in place. And when that glue dries, then I can just peel that off, or I can really do just about whatever I want with it. All right, this piece I can just go ahead and put glue right up here at the top. Now my other one, I think I did the full stocking, so it has the little loop on it, but it really doesn't need the little loop. So we're going to put that on there. And then let's just put our leaves in that so that they get what they need. We're going to put that up there on the stocking. And we'll do our little berries like that too. So just a little tip, if you don't have one of these silicone sheets, they're really pretty nice for that. There we go. And we've got that all ready to go. All right. So to finish this card, I'm going to go ahead and put this on the front. I do need another one for the inside, but I will do that later. And I'm going to go ahead and put the adhesive on these and then just set them aside. So I've got two that are going that with the stripes and one with the stars. So the reason why I'm doing it this way is so that I can wiggle them around if I need to. And that's one of the nice things about this multi-purpose glue is you do have a little bit of wiggle room. So I'm going to start here at the bottom. I'm going to leave just a little bit of a border there. And I'm not really pushing this down. I'm kind of letting it kind of float there for now so that if I need to wiggle it, I can. Then put the one in the middle and just kind of line those up until I get them where I want them. Okay. And then I can push them in place. I just love these bright papers. All right, then I'm going to go ahead and put some dimensionals on my stocking. And again, if you have any questions about any of the projects I've shown, feel free to message me. I'm happy to answer those. But again, when you get the card kit, you get the tutorial, you get the card materials to make this. You'll just need your stamps and ink and adhesive to complete them. And again, if you don't want to use this stamp set, you can always use something that's in your stash already and just modify the cards to work for that. And then I've got the little for you. I'm going to put some adhesive there. And we're just going to tuck him in right there. And we have our final card. So just a really bright, cheerful card there. All right, so let me line them all up and show you what we did tonight. Oops, I think I'm going to use this one as my sample card. The first one turned out better. And then here are these two. Okay. And then, of course, we had our first card, which was the Popup gift card. And again, if you were paying attention, go to my blog and you can get that PDF tutorial for free. So again, there's 3 ways to get the card kit. So I'm going to go over those one more time. If you place an order using the host code that's in the description, you can get this class kit for free with a $40 order, a minimum $40 order. You can purchase just the class kit by itself for $25. That includes your shipping. Or you can get just the tutorial only for $15. So those will be available on my blog during the month of November. And I will have all of that information posted on November 2nd. So be sure to go check out thestampdoc.com for all the details on that. So thank you so much for joining me tonight. I know this was a little bit longer live than what we normally have. Next week, I'll be back at 8 p.m. Eastern Time on Wednesday night on the Stamp Doc Facebook page. So be sure to join me again. Thank you so much for watching and have a wonderful evening.